Hi, are you having a hard time with homeschooling? Well, I am here to help. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my favorite activities that you can do with your pre-K or kindergarten student at home. So stay tuned. So the first activity that I'm going to share with you is sorting by attributes. This is just like a little party tray. This one is a bit dinged up because I've been using it a lot with my students. But all it is like a little party tray for like chips and dip. They have them at Dollar Tree. You may already have one. That's what I'm hoping for. And so you just take this. I have some cubes here, but this doesn't have to be cubes. You can use cereal like Fruit Loops or just whatever you have at home. It could be Fruit Loops, it could be M&Ms, Skittles, just something with like different colors that's like all the same but just different colors. And what you're going to do is you're going to have your child sort the colors. You know, this is a math skill that, that we teach throughout the school year. And, we want them to be able to sort by, one or more attributes. So this is one attribute. They sorted by color. All right. So the next thing that I would like to share is still the same skill, sorting by attributes, but this time we're sorting by size. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 3 containers. These are just those little shoe containers, and I have some superheroes here, and I'm just going to dump them out, just using what you have on hand. And these are $1 as well, just like what you put your shoes in. And anyway, I have all these different sizes. So I'm going to ask that the child sort small, medium, and large. So, you just take them. And, okay, so that one is obviously large. This one is small, and we're just going to do that for all of the characters. Put them in the right bin. This is a great skill for when you get older. It helps with things like cleaning up, and organizing, but it's also one of the skills that we teach at school. So there you go. So you sorted by color with the Fruit Loops or Skittles or M&Ms or whatever you use. And then, you can encourage your child to organize their toys, clean their room or whatever. Just give them some different bins to sort things in. So anyway, that's that. That's sorting by attribute. So the next thing that I'd like to share is reading. Seems simple, but like it is so important. So I would suggest that you read to your child every day, and just whatever books you have around the house. It could even be the same story every day. And to like extend this activity, you can make sure to ask them questions about the story. Ask them what was their favorite part of the story. Ask them if they liked the story. If they did not like the story, ask them how they would change the story to make it better. If they would change the ending. And then another thing to do is ask them to draw pictures about the story. They can retell the story with their pictures, or they can, draw a picture about their favorite part. But this helps with comprehension, reading comprehension, just being able to retell the story and being able to show that they understand the story and can put things into their own words. So that is number 2. That was number 2. Reading stories. So number 3 is going to be name activities, practicing their name. And all I have here is a piece of copy paper, some scissors, a marker, and some packaging tape, which is optional. But I'm going to go on and fold this paper like this. And I'm going to write a name. All right, so let's see. Just going to write a name. So like you would write your child's name. I'm just grabbing a name. A-I-D-E-N. And I'm going to write it 2 times. Okay? I folded the paper in half, so I wrote it once on the top half, and I'm going to write it again on the bottom half. A-I-D-E-N. All right? And then I'm going to cut down the center where the fold line is. I'm going to leave one hole, just like that. And then the other, I'm going to cut it. Okay? Trim it first, and this is where this optional tape comes in, because you can reuse this activity. The tape is just so that you can make it a little more durable, sort of like laminating it. If you don't have a laminating machine, you're just going to laminate it with tape. Alright, so you do the front and the back. Alright, so next I'm going to cut these letters apart. I'm going to cut them apart. And all the extra sticky parts off. Okay, so here we go. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to have the child to match. Just match the letters of their name. If you want to make this more durable, you can take the time and tape the larger piece up as well. Or you can just put it in a sheet protector. But I'm just going to have them match the letters of their name. You know, that's like a very beginner kind of skill. A-I-D-E-N. And once they master that, if you want to make this activity a little more challenging, what you can do is remove the sort of guide and then just give them the letters all mixed up. All right? And then have them to put the letters in order just based on what they know. You know, if they know how to spell their name already. All right, so that was my 3rd activity, and it leads to my 4th activity, which is tracing. So, use this, and for tracing, all I have is some paper, a highlighter, and a pencil. So, you know, if your kid already knows how to match the letters of their name, and they already know how to put those letters in order independently, then the next step would be to have them practice writing their name. And we always start with tracing. So I'm using the same name, A-I-D-E-N. And I like the highlighter because it's just so much easier than sitting there dotting. If you don't have a dot font on your computer, this is a real easy way to do this. So use a highlighter. If you don't have a highlighter, use like a marker that's like yellow or something. You could even use a pencil and have them trace it with a crayon. But anyway, you did the highlighter, and then you just give them a pencil and have them come back over it and trace. At this point, you could hold their hand and help them with their tracing so that they can get the formation correctly. That's called hand over hand. And you can use this with anything. It doesn't have to be their name. You could do letters, you could do sight words, you could do numbers, whatever. You can just have them practice tracing. It's good fine motor, muscle development. So, and it's good practice for them to learn their letters and numbers and words, sight words. So there you go. Tracing was number 4. And my last activity is, let's see. My last activity involves, what do you need? You need a sheet of paper. You need a marker, some scissors, like a little cup or bag or something, and then some type of collection. I have here just something for girls, that I like to use, some little Polly Pocket dolls, and I also have something for boys, some cars. It doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have any little collections, which I'm sure they do, that's where the first one came in, the sorting by attribute. Clean their room. Let them clean their room and put all of the like things together, and then they'll have a collection. So anyway, I'm going to take this piece of paper, and I am going to, let's see, I'm going to fold it in 3 this way, and then I'm going to fold that in half, and then half again. All right, and this is going to create some lines that I'm going to use as a guide, and I can actually just trace these lines so you can see them, but these lines are going to be my guide so that all my pieces of paper could be the same size. And I'm just going to write numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I have the numbers. And then I'm going to cut this apart. All right, so cut it apart. Put this row. We're going to cut them all. Okay. I'm just going to go it on and do it like this. All right, so now I'm going to take my cup and I'm going to take each one of these numbers and I'm going to fold it. Just fold it up and stick it in the cup. All right, so this can be sort of fun. I know they have a ton of videos out there that are all these fun little crafts where you get to mix stuff up and do fun things, and those are wonderful. But I mean, being that we're going through this COVID-19 and people are at home and they're having to teach, we got to get some academic stuff in. So that's why we're doing this. So anyway, you're going to take the cup, you're going to shake it, and you're going to ask them to pick a number. All right, so they pick a number, and whatever number they get, I got 11. So you're going to count out 11 things. So, if your kid is just, not there as far as the teens, you could do the numbers 1 through 5. You could do the numbers 1 through 10, or you can do 11 through 20, whatever it is, wherever they are, you can just make it fit. But, just have them count out 11, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there you go. They counted out 11, and then, you just put them back in there and, leave this number out and just do it again, until they've done all of them. And then if you want to practice, like, not just counting, but also making sure that your child recognizes their numbers. Like, it's one thing to be able to count, but they need to know these numbers. Like, what, if I show them this, do they know what this is? Like, what is this? So one way to do that is to just reverse it. You might just open up all of the numbers, open them up, and then you can put an amount here, and you can ask the child, you can ask them to count these, and once they say, okay, that is 6, then you have these numbers to present to them, and then you say, okay, which one is the 6? Like, where is 6? If they're consistently getting it right, then that they can recognize their numbers. If they recognize the numbers 1 through 5, like I said, you just move on to, 1 through 10. And then if they consistently get those right, then move on to 11 through 20, and so forth and so on. But anyway, that's it. That's what I have for today. Those are the 5 activities that I had to share with you for today. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you'll find them useful. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you know anybody who could use this information, please share it with them. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye-bye.